gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too, baby.
When will I visit you again?
We'll see each other soon. I'll come visit you, baby.
Okay.
Okay. I won't be far. Okay? So, you asked Mommy could she come with us?
Yeah.
Does Mommy being with that guy make you worry?
You ain't ever. Ever.
Let go of me.
You will not keep talking to me like this in front of my daughter.
I stood up to him this time. Or at least I tried to.
Who's gonna stop you?
No, I just want to move back to Virginia with my family.
So you expect my daughter to just grow up without a father?
What am I supposed to do? What do you expect me to do?
Big things. It was really good. It was
I almost cried.
Justin.
Hey, what's up,
Justin,
Pedro?
how do you feel?
Tears. Like, I felt that. I felt
Wow. Thank you.
I did too.
And you know, because I've been knowing you just as long as Jasmine.
Exactly.
Justin,
Wow.
do you want to tell your story to everyone who does not know it and how we got here?
Absolutely. I'm gonna start. My daughter. A lot of you already know. I know a lot of people up here that don't know me, but a lot of my family is here. And my daughter had to be moved for reasons that were out of my control. Her mom and I, we got together. We had Yasmin, and she had to be moved. We broke up. Our relationship didn't work out, and she had to be moved for reasons that were out of my control. As much as I fought for my daughter the right way, it just fell on deaf ears. Her mother was going through something real. She was being abused, by her husband. She was married before we met, and she wound up going back to him after we broke up, and he was abusive to her. He was very abusive to her, and as much as I fought for my daughter the right way, it just continued to fall on deaf ears. Just going to court and trying to get custody of my daughter and shed light on what was happening, but they didn't really listen. So I was left with a decision. To let my daughter go. She came to me and told me that she was afraid, and she wanted to move to Virginia. And I had to find it within myself to let my daughter go, but I also had to find it within myself to maintain that relationship with my daughter. My father left me at a very early age, myself and my siblings. You know what I mean? I grew up without a father, so I know that feeling. So I had to find it within myself to let her go, because of, the reasons that I just specified, but I had to find it within myself to maintain that relationship because it's important. Our children, they need us, so I did everything in my power, to maintain that relationship because, like I said, it's important. And, I always had a dream to write. And, it became clear what I would write about on January 1st, 2017. My daughter was here. She had been in Virginia since 2010. They left to move to Virginia in 2010. And 2017, my daughter was up here for her birthday and for Christmas break. And, I think her mom had gotten here like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I had 2 children at that point, Yasmin and Tristan, who was actually on, the Zoom call with us. Tristan I think he was maybe 2, so he was sound asleep. We were all asleep when, her mom arrived. And that night, after she left, we got her all packed up. She drove from Virginia to get, Yasmin. And that night, I began to write. I come over with emotion. I felt like God was talking to me, and he said, this is what you needed to write about. This is your passion. This is your purpose. And that night, after I shed my little tears and got them off, I just started to write. And that's how we wound up at this point. I was always afraid after I finished the book. I was afraid to, kind of submit to Liz, to work, but I found it within myself to do it. And Liz was not my first publisher. I actually had another publisher that told me that this cover would not work. If you guys can see the book cover, they told me that the cover wouldn't work. And I immediately pulled away from them. This cover, it's me and my daughter on this cover. You guys can see, I know the light is pretty bright, but they told me the cover wouldn't work, and I immediately pulled away from them. And I said, on God's time, it'll happen. And I was blessed to be introduced to Liz, and Liz made it happen, man. She saw my passion. She read my book, and she, kind of gave me that push, to be a little more confident in my work.